I don't think black people have a right to tell white people or Hispanics what they can and cannot say. And that means if a black person wants to use the N-word, that means a white person also can use the N-word, because all lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter. So with that said, the fact that they're trying to sue this woman, this white woman, they're trying to take her kid away from her because she used the N-word, just shows you how toxic cancel culture is. And this is a great case as to how we need to stop cancel culture. It is anti-American, it is anti-free speech, and if you can say the N-word, so can I, whether you like it or not. It doesn't affect your freedom, but you're sure affecting mine by telling me that I can't say it because I'm not black. So, make the N-word great again.
Hey, good afternoon, YouTube, and happy Monday. So I know some of you guys have not seen me in a little while, and it's because I've been enjoying my life, but I want to get back to politics. I want to get back to creating content regarding politics because I miss it, and I miss engaging with you guys. And there's a couple of things that I want to talk about. I'm going to make a separate video regarding Diddy. That is going to be the next video. That doesn't fit in this video, so I want to talk about that as well, but that's going to be in another video. But what I wanted to talk about to you guys today, well, there are several things. So I think I'm going to first talk about this antagonism and this kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say fighting. I want to talk about this antagonism that's kind of coming from the Latino community to the black community regarding us, I guess, advocating for them or standing with them or supporting them because of mass deportation. Now, this is what I want to say. The black community did stand with you guys. It's the reason we overwhelmingly voted for Kamala Harris. Your community, I think you guys don't realize that the call is coming from within the house, inside the house, because Donald Trump got more Mexican, Cuban, and Latinos, period. He got more Latino support than other Republican presidents. And I'm going to tell you something. Let's not act like there's not racism and colorism within the Latino community towards black people. Let's not brush over that. I am not saying that the black community should not stand with Latino people. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying we did stand with you guys. So you don't realize that the people that you probably should be antagonistic towards or upset with is people in your own communities. Furthermore, I don't hear the Latino community calling out any other group. Why is that? Why are they only calling out black people? I'm going to tell you why I believe that is. And it's not only the Latino community. It is my belief Americans think that black people are their fucking foot soldiers. That when it's time to go fight and advocate and die and be thrown to the ground and be pepper sprayed and be shot with rubber bullets, they feel like that's our job to do. Think about this. Just think about this. Why is it that the Latino community, can somebody please explain this to me? Explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. Why is the Latino community so upset with black people? Why are they so antagonistic towards black people for not advocating for them or standing up with them or whatever they're saying? Why don't they have that same energy for other communities? Why not the white community? Why not the Asian community? Why not any other community? Why is it that they find us not wanting to advocate, or I'm not going to say us completely because black people are not monolithic, okay? There's some black people that are fighting and advocating and marching and doing all of those things. I am not one of them because I stood with you. I stood with you when I stood in line for 3 hours and voted for Kamala Harris. That's when I stood with you. And your community as a whole didn't stand together. So the fact that y'all feel like you're going to be like mean and act antagonistic towards black people, why is that? Ask yourself that question. Why do the Latino community find value in being antagonistic towards black people because black people are not advocating for them? Why not the white community? Why not the Asian community? Why not any other yellow, blue, orange, red, whatever the fuck? Why not anybody else? Only us. They only have smoke for us. They only have this anger and animosity and this agitation for us. You know why? Because this country believes that when it's time to go die, advocate, march, be thrown to the ground, that's black people's job to die for justice. Because that's what they're used to. They're used to us doing it. So black people said, for the most part, like I said, black people are not monolithic. A lot of us said, you know what? We did our part, 92%. I am proud to be a part of the 92%. We overwhelmingly voted for Kamala Harris, and a lot of y'all didn't. A lot of y'all didn't because of toxic masculinity, colorism, racism. I think what bothers me the most about this is just the audacity of it. To get angry with a community because they won't go fight for you. As if that's their job. Why are you guys not calling on any other community? I'm going to keep saying that because I don't understand it. That you guys are not calling on any other community, but you want to be antagonistic, disrespectful, and combative towards black people because you feel like they didn't stand with you. But Donald Trump, during his entire campaign, he talked about mass deportation. That's the reason why people like me stood in line and voted for Kamala Harris. See, a lot of people believe that black people voted for Kamala Harris or black people voted for Barack Obama only because he was black. That was a bonus. But I voted for them because their policies, their ideologies are in line with mine. And that I am for, and I'm going to keep saying this, I don't believe a person, a human, can be illegal. Acts are illegal. So I hate the word illegals. It is disrespectful. It's dehumanizing to call a person an illegal. But Donald Trump, his entire campaign talked about mass deportation. And you still had Mexicans, Cubans, and whomever else went out and supported that man. So what the fuck are we supposed to do? Y'all made your choice. You made your choice. And so now black people are saying, you know what? We're tired. We like, baby, get somebody else to do it. We're tired of going to fight and advocate. And let me tell you something else about protesting and going out there and fighting. Who do you think that if I go out to protest and somebody that happens to be white is standing next to me, who do you think the police is going to be more antagonistic towards? So I'm supposed to go out there and put my life on the line, my body on the line, my freedom on the line for people who voted against their own community. Like what? Y'all gonna have to get somebody else to do it, and y'all gonna have to be mad. I don't give a fuck about y'all being mad. You should have got together before November 5th, 4th, whatever day it was. You should have got together and came up with some type of fucking plan. Because the plan should have never been to vote for a man who's been saying his entire campaign that he was going to deport everybody. First, he said he was going to deport the criminals. But if the number that they wanted to get to, it wasn't, those weren't all going to be all criminals. It was very obvious, to me at least, that they were going to deport people who were not criminals. And so it disturbs me. It's alarming to me that people who know, Latinos know this. I'm not saying all. I would never say all of anything, ever. It wouldn't make any sense. Because I grew up in a neighborhood that was black and brown. So I've been around, and I remember Puerto Ricans used to always joke that they're just light-skinned black people. So I'm not saying all. But Donald Trump got more of the Latino vote than any Republican president in history. Y'all voted for that. And now that it's happening, you're going to be mad at us? The people who voted for it not to happen? For real? I don't even want to talk about that no more because y'all going to give me the cussing and fussing and no. So, next thing I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about Donald Trump and his dictator parade. People are celebrating the fact that he didn't have a great outcome. Okay, cool. However, people still voted for him. He's still in the White House. So everybody want to take these small wins. Oh, his numbers are dropping. His approval ratings are dropping. Nobody showed up to his parade. Okay, but he's still in the White House. So somebody's supporting his ass. And Elon last week, because, you know, they fell out or whatever. So Elon was about to tell us the tea, baby. Because I was waiting for Dion. Lord, I was waiting for Elon to say, yeah, and I stole the election for you. I mean, shit. He talked about Epstein and everything else. Tell the truth, Elon. Come on, tell all the tea. Tell it all, baby. So I would never begin to understand how people are so short-sighted regarding Donald Trump. Donald Trump do not care about his approval ratings because he know he's on his way out. He's going to do as much damage. He going to fuck shit up and then he's going to leave. He can't run again. It's unconstitutional. A lot of shit he does is unconstitutional. So he probably think in his head that he can't run again. I don't know what the fuck he think. I don't care to know what he think. But he do not care that everybody is upset. He's going to do as much damage. He's going to reshape our government the way he sees fit, the way his sycophant sees fit, and then he's gonna peace out. And it's gonna take so long to repair the damage he's doing. So people that's like basically clapping and they're celebrating and they're happy that nobody showed up at a fucking parade, who cares? He's still in there for 3 more years to do harm and damage. And what about the fact that he said there will be no wars on his watch? And Israel and Iran is now actively, I guess is not considered a war yet, but they're actively antagonizing each other, which leads to war. So what happens to that? For people who are like isolationists and they only care about America, yeah, this is different than what you say you believe in, but it is my belief that those people don't believe in anything other than white supremacy. So there's that. And another thing that I wanted to talk about, I want to talk about the Diddy stuff, but like I said before, it doesn't belong in this video, so we're not going to talk about that. But it's a lot going on. I know the No Kings parades and rallies and marches were extremely successful, and that's great. But I don't know what it's gonna do, because this country decided, whether it was fair or not, I don't know. That is a very debatable thing, because you talk to some people and some people believe that the election wasn't fair. I don't have any proof that it wasn't, so what the fuck am I gonna do about it? But it's like we have a No Kings march, and the march is very successful. A lot of people came out. I believe they're saying that it was 5 million people and all of these things. And I'm like, well, where were all these people? Because are we going to assume that every single person that went to these rallies were people who voted for Kamala Harris? I would argue not. So where were they when this could have been avoided? We've already had 4 years of Donald Trump. All of this shit that everybody's doing with the marches and protesting and advocating against him, that's what you guys did 4 years ago. And then he was still put back in office. So what does it matter? And that's the reason why black people like me were resting, because I did my part both times. I voted against him both times because I knew what he was about both times. So I would never begin to understand how Americans went in that voting booth and voted for him, and now everybody's outraged and scared and crying and kicking and screaming. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I'm resting. I'm taking care of myself. I'm enjoying my life. I'm going to take care of my family. I told you guys this before, because all of this advocating and marching and protesting and all of this shit, where was all of this November 4th, November 5th, whatever? I can't remember what day it was. But where was it? Where was it when it counted, when it would have mattered? He's there for 3 years regardless. He's going to do whatever the fuck he wants for 3 years regardless. So march, advocate, protest, make your signs, do whatever the fuck. But where were you? Where were enough of you? From my understanding, I believe it was 90 million people, 90 million Americans decided not to vote in this last election. more votes than Donald Trump got, more votes than Kamala Harris got. From my understanding, Donald Trump got approximately 77 million votes, and Kamala Harris got 75 million votes. Only a 2 million, and see, they keep saying that this is a, what is it that they like to say? This is a mandate. 2 million votes in a country that has over 330 million people is not a mandate? The fuck? Every time I hear that, I'm like, what are they talking? But that's what the Republicans do. They say stuff, they say stuff, they say stuff in hopes that somebody pick it up and believe it and take it and run with it. And a lot of people do, which is very unfortunate and very scary. But this is America. So yeah, the No Kings rally apparently was great. I wasn't going out there. I know I had some friends that said that they were going. Some of my coworkers said that they were going. I did my protesting when I voted. And now everybody is up in arms and they're scared and they're worried. It's too late for all that shit. It's too late. It's too late. You should have been scared November 4th. You should have been worried November 5th, because you already had 4 years of chaos from this person. And people who say that it was a great economy, thank you, Obama. People don't know how the economy works. And I always say this, and I know people don't like to hear it because they say it's mean. The problem in this country is the lack of education. People are stupid. It sounds mean. It does. It does sound mean. But it's the truth. Whenever, anytime anybody ever say, well, Donald Trump had a great economy, I'm like, Lord, have mercy, Jesus in heaven. Every time they say, I don't care who I'm around, I don't care how big the crowd is, it can be a room full of Trump supporters. Every time they say Trump had a great economy, I say, thank you, Obama, real loud. Because that's where that economy came from. The fact that y'all don't, you know what, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. So yeah, we have 3 more years of fuck shit. And apparently America voted for it. So here we are. I said it November 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever day it was, I am not marching. I am not protesting. I am not getting riled up. No, I'm not doing it, because I already knew what was going to happen. And now the people that are being harmed and negatively affected, everybody is outraged. It is very sad. It is. It's very sad what's going on regarding mass deportations. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. It's heart-wrenching to see what's going on. But what can we do now? He's been impeached twice. And the American people still put him back there. So yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. But it was bad November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And the American people made their choice. So I'm going to respect their choice. So that is my commentary. I just wanted to give like a quick update. I will start back with the Abby. I've been super busy with my life, traveling, doing all of the things, but I am back now. And so I will start back with the Abby Phillips show. I've been watching her show. To be honest, I haven't had the desire to kind of make content about it. Only because it's like, I've been trying to, like I said, really enjoy my life. And when I talk about this stuff, it kind of makes me upset, because I will never, ever, ever begin to understand why people thought, after the 4 years we already experienced with that man, why people thought that it was a good idea to put him back in office. I will never understand that. I will never, ever understand that. But here we are. So that is my commentary. I'm going to insert some clips, because I have one clip, and I was going back and forth about whether or not I was going to insert this clip. There's a Latino girl, and she's basically saying that she believes that, and you know what, I am going to insert the clip. I'm going to put it in the beginning of this video, so you should have seen it. She believes that people in the Latino community, people in the white community should be able to say the N-word. Her community is literally under siege. Her community, she has so many other things that she can worry about. But her goal, her desire, and what she finds value in is antagonizing black people. The hatred / obsession that people in this country have with black people is disturbing. We're literally minding our fucking business. And people still got smoke for us. I will never begin to understand it. Your arguing about whether or not to say the N-word in your community, people are being dragged in the streets. Sweetheart, you have so much more that you should concern yourself with. Literally. But that's how deep hatred is for black people, the same people that you're going to demand fight and advocate for you. Those are the people that you want to call the N-word. The people that your community is being antagonistic towards because we won't fight, die, be pepper sprayed, be thrown to the ground, be shot with rubber bullets, because we won't go out there and die for you. You mad, and then you making videos about being able to say the N-word. I remember when I was growing up, I forgot who said this to me, but they said this country should be grateful that black people want equality and not revenge. And one of my favorite sayings is, you got me fucked up. And I literally feel like this country got black people fucked up. Seriously. Because the amount of disrespect and the way that people find value in being combative and antagonistic towards us is so alarming. We minding our business. Leave us the fuck alone. Thank you. Bye.